color palette. And, you know, why on LP shows, sometimes we say these are super rare, highly sought after, classic colors, everything about these, you know, beautiful the color palette of Hermes. We have done past shows, so we're up to episode 6. All the previous shows were all about Hermes investment, Birkin and Kelly's, other Hermes bags, the leathers that have been used. And during the show, of course, Yan brings out some surprises that are newly dropped for this particular show. It's a curation of, a special curation of bags or items that are specific around the topic that we're talking about. You can shop, so you can go to the luxurypromise.com website. You'll be able to see these pieces in close detail. Hi, Des. Hi, Ricky. Wow. Remember Ricky got that beautiful bubble gum, and bubble gum is one of those colours that we're going to be talking about today, I can tell you.
I'm sorry, I cannot get another bubble gum. not this year.
About the colour. So we're going to be talking about the colour palette. Now, of course, during these episodes, there will be a draw. Now, our last episode for these shows are actually next week. Now, next week we'll be closing the show with the draw of this diamond bracelet. Now, we said that anybody that purchases any of the bags that have been on the special curation of this episode, you'll be in the draw for a 1.5 carat high spec. So high spec being FG color, VS clarity, tennis bracelet. And I've got it here with me. And as you can see, this beautiful tennis bracelet is for anybody that has purchased any of the items on the show. We've especially curated for that. So, wow.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. For anybody, so just a little sneaky peeky, and Yen doesn't even know this. Anybody that knows that I'm heading to the UK, I am going to be doing a very special show on the half triangle scarves that I wear. I've had so many calls for people who don't realise these are half triangle. I will be going through more on my specific show from London on these scarves. So these are really hard to get. My SA here in Sydney managed to find me one, but they're really hard to buy globally. And they're like the mystery scarf that people don't realise that they're available. But anyway, we're going to be doing a special show for LP.
Show us.
In London.
Can you show us now, like for a while?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So these scarves, I'm just going to top off my chair just so you can see these scarves.
Yeah, because I think scarves are one of the best ways to show off Hermes's colors. You know, they're always very vibrant, full of surprises.
The edging. So the edging, firstly, you can see is all hand done. Is all hand
rolled.
Stitched along. Yes. They're absolutely stunning. Now this one, the half triangle comes in silk and in cashmere silk. So I've got, this one's in cashmere, and as you can see, the design on this one.
It looks like a little face, you know.
It's got the carriage, of course, and let me just show you, it's got the emblem on the bottom.
Wow.
The colours in this are amazing, right? And they're all like this. So I'll just show you how I quickly wear this scarf. And these are the ones that I find really hard to get. Whenever I find an opportunity to grab one, I grab it. And now I'm going to be doing a very special show just with these half triangles. But this is, I tend to wear these literally every day. I've got a full wardrobe of them, basically. And so what I do, so all you can see is the design. You see the full design here, right? Now, depending on how you wear it is, of course, you'll get the majority of what colour you do. And so all I do with these is and so I can either wear it like that, or I tend to just, because I don't like the arms, especially when I'm working, is I just do it that. So,
fantastic.
Yeah, and of course, colors on this are just incredible.
You know, I love scarves, I love shawls, but just unfortunately, Singapore is just too warm for them.
Yes, they are. Especially the cashmere ones.
Yes, that's
crazy.
right, the
But they're
cashmere.
so beautifully fine. I've got a mix of silk and cashmere ones. Like, I can't wait to do my show, especially on these, because I've had such a massive call for them. So, because they are hard to come by. So.
That's great.
Oh, okay.
Can't wait to see you.
So, yeah, it's Ricky, a pleasure. And these are the things that LP, the community, we love. We can talk all things, you know, Hermes at any time. But the fact that some, you know, my experience, some won't go into Hermes because of, you know, they find it quite intimidating. So therefore, you don't know what the products are. You don't want to know. You don't actually see them in real life as well, and you know, people are just too scared to go in sometimes. And I think LP is really great for that because it, you know, all the show hosts, you know, we're trained on the product. We live and learn the product ourselves. We've been doing it for such a long time, and we can tell you from experience and personal experiences as well, you know, these products. So, all right, well, yeah, and today's show is all about the colour palette for Hermes. Now, some of the questions that we have come across throughout the shows is, you know, why do we have colours that are more sought after than others? What are the investment colours? You know, some of the leathers you'll only find in certain colours, and of course the history of, you know, some of the colours in past history have come back again. You'll see them as they'll bring some, not all. Some of these colours, they think that it goes with the season that they're doing, may bring it back. But a lot of the time it's understanding that even the tones, so your tones of red, your tones of pinks, your greens, and some of them are more highly sought after than others. So we're going to be talking all of that today. So it's a 2-hour show, guys. So if you've got any questions throughout the show, please feel free to ask the questions. More than happy to answer, of course, these questions. And you can shop today. These pieces that I haven't seen them, guys. This is honestly, I have not seen them. So if there's any pieces that you wish to shop, of course, you can go to Luxury Promise and purchase them, or otherwise feel free to say sold on Instagram, and
we'll invoice you
directly. So that's no problem.
Okay.
So
we are
starting with today,
we are going to
surprise
start.
me. You always surprise me.
We're going to start with a bag that I think some of you guys might have seen it before, but since we have Trudi here with us, I know how much Trudi loves green. So I'm going to start with this green one. Okay, so let me just paste the product card up first. Okay, hang on. Okay.
We would love you guys to share. Just let people know that we're doing this Hermes talk, and it's a very much a training and educational show. So we would love for you guys to support us here on these shows. Literally, these shows are more for you guys to understand more about the product, to take the mystery out of the product. So
okay, so I'm gonna start with this, and then I'm gonna give you guys the price later. Now you know this is really at a crazy price for a HSS or a horseshoe stem bag. So like what you guys are saying, like what Trudi said, the greens are so hard to come by. So literally I have so many different colors here. The only color that I don't have is another green. And you know what I realized I don't have while I'm looking around, like while I'm finding things to put into the drop? I don't have any more gold items anymore. So you know what are the hot colors when they are so hard to come by and so hard to find in the resale market. So this is just impossible to get because it is a horseshoe stem bag, which is a special order bag, right? And well, I think it's very well thought of, right, you have all these rather dark neutral colors. Right, so you have red,
you know what?
you have
so
malachite.
I automatically think of BCA, onyx, and malachite. If you can imagine, if you've got any of those pieces, this would look absolutely stunning.
Exactly. So if you are looking, Sabrina is coming to Singapore. So if you are looking to expand your BCA or your Cartier collection, stay tuned for the next few shows that we will have from Singapore. It's going to be crazy. Literally, we have to keep this show at 2 hours because I have to unpack everything and get ready for Sabrina's arrival. So I can tell you from the unpacking that I was doing, I was so tempted. There are so many great pieces, so don't forget to join us. So, well, this is something that will not come by again because, you know, horseshoe stamps or special order bags are just rare because the combination is never the same, right? So, I'm just gonna show you. This is the horseshoe stamp right here, which is the special order stamp. Right there. So these are just super rare because it depends on the choice of the person who is doing the special order. So you rarely see exactly the same bags, right? So this is a Kelly 32 and in one of the most well-loved leathers. So I know Trudi and I have very different likes for leathers, and this is one of my favorite. It's Epsom. It actually keeps its shape really well in our humid weather, warm and humid. So that's why it's one of the most well-loved leathers in Asia, actually.
So can I share?
Yes.
So we're gonna talk more about green tones in a minute.
Yes.
But yeah.
Let me get the price up. Yes.
Now you know that malachite is a hard color to come by, and guys, you know I'm a serious collector myself. Yen doesn't know this, but look what I'm using this bag, but this is what I have with me today.
What? You have this? Is it new?
No, it's pre-loved. But this is mine. No one's taken them because. So firstly, guys, malachite, we'll talk about the green in a minute. So you've got malachite in this as well. This is the same tone as the Kelly that has just been shown, but to have it with the palladium hardware. Now, this combination is super hard because normally it's done in gold, not in palladium.
That's right.
So this bag is mine. It's not going anywhere, but I wanted to show you, yes, I'm a love of green. I love my greens. And to have, this is the Constance 18, and it's the only bag I actually have in Epsom, I think.
The only one?
I think so. Otherwise, it's sitting in my boxes. But this is the only one I actually use. So as much as I say that I don't, yes, it is malachite. So as much as I say that I don't like Epsom, in actual fact, in this bag, it's lovely because it's the wear and tear. It actually wears really well. So yes, I do have my favourites.
Yes.
I mean, you know, but malachite. So let's just talk about the green and the malachite on Epsom.
Yeah.
I've only seen malachite on Epsom. I actually haven't seen malachite in any of the other leathers. I mean, yeah, you might know different, but I've only seen it on Epsom. Now, the colour green. So let's just talk about the colour green for a moment. And I don't know whether you've got any other green colours with you, Yen, but the colours that I know that I love, so then the ones that I've come across. So you've got the likes of bamboo. Now, bamboo is a much more vivid green. Then you've got your Vert Fizz, which is just a recent, which is like a very, very soft gelato green, I suppose, if you wanted to call it some sort of tone. Very opposite ends of the spectrum as far as your colours. And then you've got what's the colour of my Kelly cut? The green. I can't remember. But anyway.
Bengal, Veronese, Bengal.
Yeah. Which is it's almost like a jade green.
Yes.
And then my mini generally. So anyway, surprise, surprise, yeah, there you go.
So actually you brought up a very, very good point, because a lot of times we have a lot of clients who come to us and say, okay, I want this color in this with this hardware, with this leather, and I always tell them the same thing: prioritize. Which is more important to you? Is the color more important to you? Is the hardware more important to you? Or the leather is more important to you? Because sometimes to get it all in one is just not possible, right? So like what you said, if it comes by, if malachite is something that you want to get, you really cannot afford to choose what kind of leather you want, because sometimes it just is that way, right? So for malachite, you're right, mostly in Epsom, but actually recently the later malachites came out twice, right? Earlier on and then recently again. So we do see a lot of togos, malachite togos around.
Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
right now the trend is leaning more towards the palladium hardware. So we do see a lot of greens with palladium as well. But in the past, it's always mostly with gold. So that's why in the resale market, palladium fetches a little bit higher right now, because the trend is there, but the supply is not. So those people who have gotten it recently will not be parting with them right now. So that's why in the resale market, we do see more golds. That's the reason why. So, and good news is we do have a bamboo coming in. Bamboos are really, really hard to come by. We're going to have a bamboo. I'm not going to tell you what, I'm not going to tell you what style it is, but yeah, it's going to be a rare piece to watch out for. So this malachite one, it's a special order, Kelly 32. It comes with everything except its box. And the price for it, I've already pinned it up. It's actually only £12,500, which is a steal for a special order bag. Because in order to get invited to do a special order, imagine the amount you have to spend and whatever that it's being offered to you, be it plates, a rocking horse, a bicycle, to be able to reach that standard, the minimum purchase that you need, you will definitely be paying more than that £12,500, right? So this is actually at 16.
Explain to people what a special, to even be invited to actually the concept of special order. Do you want to just, for those that haven't watched previous shows, do you want to just explain what actually a special order is?
Hang on, let me just give you the USD price. So it's $16,000, right? $16,000. So a horseshoe stand bag or a HSS bag is actually a special order whereby you are, given to an opportunity given to their VIPs, right? You can actually choose from whatever that is available during that season. So the color palette is also pretty fixed. It's not like, whatever you want, it can be done, right? So it depends on the season, right? So what colors are in season that period of time when you are invited to do your HSS bag, right? And after that, we were talking about it the other time, right? About the horseshoe stand bags. So it's also dependent on whether Hermes actually approves of your combination. Yeah, so they would not just do anything you like, right? It has to be something that is in line with the Hermes theme, or maybe what they want for their brand. Yeah.
And this is so you'll never, unless someone else has chosen these specifics with the black and the malachite and the hardware and even the Kelly 32, there is that combination of you will never see it on the market unless someone else has ordered and copied exactly the same colors.
Yes.
and everything about it. So,
that's right.
And that recognition for that is that stamp on the front. So anybody that sees that stamp, it's been specifically made to that for that client. So the malachite, as you say, I've got a malachite bag. The color is just stunning, absolutely beautiful. I mean, yeah.
So
Malachite
malachite is one of the most famous kind of jade tone around, right? So this is the true jade tone, right? So for Chinese, we believe that the darker the jade, right, unless it's like a white jade, you know, or a pink jade, but you know, the most premium kind of jade, the shade of jade, is the darker it is, the better it is. And some people actually wear their jades for generations to achieve that color. So this epitomizes the best of jade, right? So this is actually the malachite with black, and then you have the black trimmings as well, and you have gold hardware. So hardware is also a choice when it comes to horseshoe stem bags. You have matte palladium, matte gold, and you have gold, and of course you have palladium itself. So most of the time when people are invited to make special order bags, you want something that is only available for special orders. So some people would choose the matte gold hardware or the brushed palladium hardware. Yes, that's right. So there you go.
Okay, so has anybody got questions about the green tones of the Hermes colour palette? Otherwise, we'll move on to other colours. We've traditionally gone over time on our shows, and we are keeping this very strict to the 2 hours today because Yan has a lot of work before Sabrina arrives.
A lot of unpacking to do.
Going to go through these colours.
A lot of unpacking to do. And okay, so I'm going to move on to another horseshoe stem bag, which I think you are not no stranger to. But the gold one, I told you yesterday that the gold hardware one is gone. So this is the closest that I can find to gold, right? And this is the Alizan with gold hardware. So traditionally, gold with gold hardware is definitely one of the most sought after combination because it's just a very soothing blend, I would say. Right? Or if you're a palladium hardware fan, it's also available in palladium hardware around, right? So we will be getting more golds in, but right now it's just so short. Right, so here you go. This is the Alizan with gold hardware, and this is also a special order bag, although it's not stamped because prior to year 1995, 2000, I think it's 2000. I think prior to the year 2000, you don't have the horseshoe stamp. It's not available. Yeah. So I mean, they have special order, but it's just not stamped with the horseshoe. So this is a special order bag, and here you go.
You can tell if it's a special order because if there's a different colors that have been used, and there's a contrast of colors, or there is like two-tone, you know that it's actually generally it's a special order. So then if we look at the gold, so let's just talk about the gold for a second. So we're talking about Hermes color palettes today. And if we look at these three colours that are highly sought after, so you normally traditionally have your black, your gold, and I think taupe is the third one. Now those three colours are, of course, the top end three colours because they just go with everything. You know, of course they do. But so if you do, there'll always be normally a premium for those three colours because of they're the highly sought after. Now we know already how hard these bags are to get, and so when you hear us talk about how rare or hard to come by, it's because the production versus the demand, they literally is not there. So you're always looking generally on the pre-love market to try and find these bags, unless you've just bought 10 dinner sets. It's hard to come by. So to even get a special order in a gold on gold there is a reason for that. It's probably because they haven't managed to get part of their wish list is probably the fact that they weren't able to get a gold on gold, so they've actually used their special order request to actually fulfill that. So if you just want to go into a little bit more about that particular bag. Hang on 2 seconds. Okay, so if you just want to go into a little bit more about that, the gold on gold.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the, So, we were talking.
Multitasking, guys. So, hang on 2 seconds. Yeah, if you see a quiet moment for Yen, she's actually on the website pinning. She's multitasking, trying to show, and also we are actually on the website. The website is so you can actually see further detail about the product. If you choose to, there is some people on the website, but if you choose to see more information about the items, you can shop. Remember that this is a special curation for these shows, these episodes, these series. So Yen's probably just trying to multitask right now.
Yes,
so
I'm trying to pin it.
She's level of concentration.
Yes, I'm sorry. So if you want my attention, shout. So I'm going to go through this. Now this.
So gold is one of the top 3 colors that is highly sought after. And normally, if you're looking for one, even on the pre-love market, gold is a hard one to find. But we've got one to you today that Yen's just showing us. So
exactly.
Go.
So this is actually not gold. This is alizarin, which is a slightly darker version of gold. Gold is actually brighter. Unfortunately, we are sold out on golds, right? We will have more coming in, but not so soon, right? So for gold, it's slightly brighter than this. So this is a slightly more caramel tone. And then you can see this is the part of the special order whereby the color of the strap is different. Okay, so this is chocolate.
Look at the tone of that.
Yes.
The tone. And actual fact, that tone, I think purposely that has been set because if you look at the strap on that, I actually think it goes better with the body of that bag, that color tone, because I think gold would, I'm not sure that gold with that color strap, I think they've gone purposely for that color.
Yes, that's right. And also at the same time, the interior is the same color. The interior is the same color, same dark chocolate color as this, right? So you have a special bicolor kind of tone that you can see. You can see the difference between the strap and also the part of the interior of the bag. So you can see that different color tone, right? And also something special about this bag is that it does have a contrast stitching that matches the interior of the bag. Okay, and for this piece, one thing that I truly love about this bag is the leather. So this is alizarin in Ardennes leather. You can see the veinings, the grainings on the leather. And something unique about the Ardennes leather is that it's very sturdy, and you can tell by the structure of the bag. Okay, you can see the straight lines. There's no slouching. There is no waste or anything on the bag, even though you can see it's a vintage bag with a single hook. Yeah, so this bag is definitely made to last. It is almost like an heirloom piece. This has made it to the heirloom status because Ardennes is no longer available in the current leather selection. Yes. So that's why this is even more.
So let's just talk about the colour for a moment. We were talking about gold and we're talking about the alizarin that you've got there. Now every season there is a variation of those tones, and you would have heard, like last week I was explaining there was chai colour. That you've got all different tones of variations of gold is what I'm going to say. And I have to say that this is absolutely stunning with the two-tone, with the interior and the handle and the strap complements the actual body of that. So it's stunning. Anyway.
Yes, it is. And what's even better is the price. You will never be able to find something at this great pricing in this kind of condition. So if you want me to show you close up, do let me know, right? It is sturdy, the lines are straight, there are no corner wears. There are no corner wears at all. So you know that this bag is definitely built to last, right? And also in a color that is very it's a great neutral. So you guys know that for investment pieces, especially the workhorse pieces, you really want something that is more of a neutral color, so that you can wear it all the time, every day if you like, right? So for the smaller pieces, I would say the brighter colors will be more interesting, right? You can wear it in the night, in the evening, or weekends, right? But everybody needs a great workhorse bag. And for these bags, like for you, it was the black, right? So there is the gold, right? And I would think that there is Etube, Etan. These are the colors that people generally will go for as a first starter MS piece, or as a workhorse bag. Yeah. So I'm gonna just pin this up while you go ahead.
Yeah. And what's the pound price on that yen?
It is, are you ready for it? 9,800 pounds.
It's under 10,000 pounds for a special
Yes.
A special order bag. Guys, that anything under for a special order bag under, my God, the 10 is ridiculous.
I know, right?
What is that?
Under 10. And the structure and the condition of it is just really good for a vintage piece. Okay, I'm gonna give you the US dollar price. Okay, so this is 12,544 US dollars.
That is crazy for guys. I can't even tell you, special order bag. So we've just had the malachite and the black, and now this one. Like, seriously, any special order bags, they are so unique. So anyway, I don't need to keep rattling on because, you know, guys, go to the website. You will be able to see more information and more photos about these bags. And we've already shown, we're just talking about the green tones, we're talking about the gold tones, and now I have to say that Hermes colour palette, they always get it right as far as the blend of the tone of the colours, but also when they're making up the bags, the hardware, they also consider with the colour tone that they've got. And I've never had to look twice to go or question what they've done. I've never questioned, why they put that, you know, that hardware with that colour tone. Never have I ever done that. You know, they're absolute experts at what they do, and I have to say that, you know, I've always said in business, you surround yourself with people that are experts at what they do, and you should feel confident every time that when they're doing something, you don't have to question. And with Hermes products, that's exactly what we never have to do, is question any of the design features, any of the colors, because they're total experts in their field. You know, and as part of it, it's you know, why they're so successful. So, all right, Yen.
So Ardenn's leather.
I sit on the edge of my chair because I don't know what Yen's putting, like, and she just told me at the start, she goes, Trudy, you've never seen these stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, every time we do these shows, I'm like, oh my God.
So something interesting to note about Ardenn's is that it only comes in very specific colors, because at that point of time, right, when the leather came out, it was most likely like about 20 years ago, that kind of timing. So they only come in very staple colors like gold, black, and then you see that few reds, and that's it. Yeah, so if you're into this leather, you have very limited selection, and when you see it, I think don't pass on it, because it's definitely not going to come back. It's so hard to get this to get Ardenn's nowadays, right? Only in vintage bags, the older bags, right? And actually, I just did a quick check. I think I forgot. It's so many year stamps to note, but I think that the HSS, I was right the first time around, is 2005. The stem came out in 2005. Anything prior, you might not get that horseshoe stem, right? And then after
but
that,
you know by the colour,
yes,
colour palettes that's been used, and normally there's a complementary colour tones or
yes,
the hardware itself, because it's in perm brass or in brushed hardware or otherwise.
Yeah. So actually something interesting to note about colors, right? In Singapore or in Asia, actually, we tend to choose the HSS that comes from Asia will usually be bright colors, right? Like the pinks, and then you have all that different color combinations. But after working with Luxury Promise for a year or so, I noticed that it's very different in different countries, right? So the bags, the HSS that are really popular over here might not take well to like people, I mean clients from UK, from Europe. I realized that they like more tone on tone kind of color, which is perfect, like this Alizan. So for us buyers, we have to choose wisely. We have to choose very differently for the different markets as well. So horseshoe stem bags like these kind of color combinations generally don't come by often in Asia. So if you're looking for something that is like this, right, don't pass on this chance, because it's not just well priced, it's something that will not be available easily at all. Do a quick search and you will know.
I was going to say, you don't need to say, it's not possible unless you get asked to do it yourself.
That's
Especially
right.
about that. This particular one being the Ardennes leather. Guys, Ardennes is not something you see anymore. It's no longer, Ardennes is just not a leather, and it's one of the most beautiful leathers. And this particular one, the corners on it, everything about it is just so beautiful.
Okay, so somebody is asking me to hold it up again, so that I'm holding it up like this. So this is a Kelly 32, right? But the Ardennes leather is great in the sense that you get that structure of Epsom, but you get the scratch resistant nature of the grain leather like Togo. So you have this, and then the special order stamp is inside, and also the color combination is just perfect. So you get that hint of color.
Show the corners up really close, and also the color combination from the camera. We just need to see the color tones that have been used on the handle on the inside.
So it's actually on the outside is just one color, is Alizan. You can only tell the difference when you see the interior. So as you can see, the interior right here against the Alizan, you see a dark chocolate color. Right, and then the strap is also the same color as the interior, which is a dark chocolate. And then corners wise, it's so good. There's literally no wears on the corners. So like I said, sometimes when you are paying something that is this is almost the price of a brand new classic flap, right? But no matter what, this is a handmade product, right? A handmade bag. Nothing beats this. So imagine you're just paying about £1,000 more for a Hermes Kelly special order with this kind of tone, in this kind of tone, and you are paying just £1,000 more than what you would pay for a jumbo classic flap. This is an insane chance.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say the opportunity. The opportunity is there. Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
So there you go. This is it close up. Now, if you have any questions at all, guys, just feel free to WhatsApp me. I'm just going to pin up. You cannot imagine the number of bags that have literally gone. When I was telling Trudi, she didn't even realize it, right? Yeah. You didn't even realize that so many of it has gone. So maybe you can pin my WhatsApp number. So you can WhatsApp me. We do have a lot of inquiries after the show. So you can WhatsApp me. I can give you close-up pictures. Ask me any questions, and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. Right?
Yeah,
and remember, customs and duties are all covered.
I didn't realize that so many are sold already. I can't believe that. I was like, wow.
If it's not sold on the show.
What's really nice, what's really nice is that you guys are having the opportunity to learn about these bags, right? Sorry, it's a bit cold in here. It's just incredible that the opportunity to learn about these bags, and then of course, reaching out to Yan and asking any further questions around it is it's nice to be informed about these things, right? So,
yeah. So whether or not,
what's your next?
so whether or not you're rewatching the shows, you know, just go ahead and WhatsApp me. So we're going to go on to the next few surprises. Now I'm going to have 2 surprises in a blue tone for you. Blue, right? How about blues? We have not done blues for a while. Now I'm going to show you 2 different blues that will just blow your mind.
Just asking a question then.
Sorry? Do you? Mimi Chan. Hi, are you from Singapore? Alright, so anyways, you're asking about fjord leather. Fjord is another leather that I love because it has that very white signature grain. For me, I instead of the colors, I go more into the leathers, right? So for fjord, it is actually a very rare leather from the past, right? But recently we have seen like random pieces coming up as well in fjord leather. Now fjord is a very thick leather, and right now unfortunately I don't have anything to show you in fjord, but yes, we can definitely find something in fjord for you, but they will most likely be in bigger pieces. So fjord is a very sturdy leather. It's basically one of the sturdiest leather that is in Hermes. It's thick, right? So they only come in the bigger bags where you need that structure, you need that weight, you know, so they don't come in smaller bags. So if you want fjord, we can find it for you, but do note that they are most likely going to be in 35, size 35s. Yeah. So
I'm not saying actually, I don't even think I've handled a fjord leather.
It's thicker than the Clemence, and the grains are flatter and wider, so they are very distinctive. I love it. Yes, very distinctive bags. So I'm gonna go on to the blues, where I'm gonna wow you with this. So I'm not just going to give you a rare color, I'm going to give you a rare bag as well. So Calicats are off the roof now, right? They are so hard to come by, as you know. We have sold out on most of our Calicats. We have Calicats, Cali Pochette. So the only way to show you the colors, the beautiful jewel tones of the blue, is to showcase them together, right? So
how spectacular is that?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I only wish there's someone in the UK we know that loves blue. Oh my gosh, if she could only see this right now.
I know, right? So this is the signature blue electric. So against this color, can you get quick guess what color this is?
I don't like it. I don't like guessing my color tones because I always get them wrong.
Alright, so this is the dark ink, almost like ink blue. So this is blue electric, right? And there, if you can see closely, there is a slight, against the blues, you can actually see a slight purple tinge to this, right? So it
almost looks like blue on cray.
Yes, exactly. Almost, right? So blue ochre is actually ink blue, literally translated. So that one has a little bit more purple to it. So this is blue electric, which is brighter blue, like a brighter true blue. And then you have this, which is just so dreamy. This is Mykonos. Yeah.
That's the most appropriate color name for that blue, right?
Exactly. So this is like a dream holiday.
Love it.
This is like a dream in a bag. Your dream holiday in a bag. So a piece of Mykonos for you. So this is a Calicut. As you guys know, that Calicuts are super hard to come by, right? Especially in the right colorway. So this is something that I would really enjoy in Mykonos or in a brighter color, because these are the fun bags, right? These are the bags that, you know, you bring out for the evenings, or you bring it out for like weekends, and you want it's a look at me piece. And you know better than anybody else the look at me kind of colors.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
So guys, this is the bag that I was explaining in previous shows, that I had my Calicut in the green, and we were walking into to a restaurant and my husband was saying, why is that lady staring at you? And I really thought that I had my skirt up, you know, pants or something, or I don't know. I'm like, why is she staring? And it wasn't until I put my Kelly cut down in the green and her eyes moved from me to the bag, and it was the bag, because she couldn't take her eyes off that bag.
Yes.
And it was the Kelly cut. Now, I already know, because I've already had this discussion with my SA about Kelly cuts, and they never say if it's been discontinued. They just said, we haven't seen them for a very long time.
Yes.
Which tells me that so hard, like if they haven't seen it for ages, that they're so hard, they're hard to come by. So the only way to get these at the moment really is on the pre-love market, and you know Yen's conditions. You can absolutely trust that Yen puts her microscopic eye on these bags, and they're just in the most beautiful, insane conditions. But the fact that I've just seen one in Mykonos blue, I'm not normally a blue person, but I could be converted to a blue person on this blue bag. Seriously.
I know, right? It's so good.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put up the price. So this is £7,990, one of the lowest price around right now. Because, you know,
because I feel like they normally are going for more around the 8.5, maybe
yes.
9 even.
Yeah, because these are all resale prices, so it depends on the market itself. So it's very important to time it right and then
what was it? What
buy
was it?
right.
See, I was actually going to type an 8 in front of it, but you said 7, didn't you? What was it again?
7,990. So 7,990 or $10,227. Now remember, customs and duties are covered for all these shows. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. All right, I'm going to tell you guys something. Since they are only
what was it? 10,000 what?
10,000. I pinned it out on the website. 10,227. $10,227.
Okay.
Sorry. So I was going to tell you guys, right? So while Trudi is pinning it up, I'm going to tell you guys something. So, you know, part of our job is to go around everywhere internationally. Like even in Singapore, we go around sourcing for products and to find working partners, right? So that we can bring you more products. And most of the time, I'm going to be honest with you, every time I tell them what we are going to do, the kind of show, the kind of timing that we put in, the effort that we use to put in to source all these products. And when they ask me, okay, so what do I have to do with the pricing, how much percentage and things like that, and trust me, every time I tell them what we add on, what we cover, like customs duties, part of shipping is never £35, right? Shipping is always a 3-digit number right now internationally, and we use only trusted partners, right? So you'll be surprised. Everybody is like, what? You what? Like, what is the percentage? What is this? What do you guys make? It's close to nothing. Right? So it's amazing.
It's facilitating, LP facilitates the luxury market for, you know, people that love, you know, all of these beautiful luxury items where normally they're really, really rare to come by or hard to get. And the fact that, and it's the reason why, guys, you know, like I actually have a full-time job and I've been doing this on the weekends, and now even more, I'm going to be involved even more so by the sounds of it.
Yay!
But the fact that, I've been on the other side of that, guys, and now that I'm actually in it, I cannot tell you the fact that LP covers customs and duties and the nominal freight, especially even coming from us, you know, even from Australia. I like when I'm sending stuff, I'm like, oh
what? I know, right?
Yeah, so the margins are so tiny by the time we pay all that stuff out. But you know what? It enables us to have these items where people can just, I say smile. I use the word smile a lot, because when you look at these items, you tend to just smile because they just are so beautiful.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So like we were saying, this is definitely one hard bag to source, because how many times do we see Mykonos? Very, very seldom. And to see it on a Calicut is just so rare, right? So this is in Swift leather, which I find that is very apt for a Calicut, right? Especially this jewel tone, right? So it actually brightens up the color. All right, so like what Trudy was saying, we don't really question why Hermes chooses certain leathers and or for certain colors, and I think that they actually put in a lot of thoughts and effort in this. So usually for the Swift leather, we want them in brighter colors like Mykonos, like Souf, like orange, you know, these kind of colorways, because you want something that is that actually stands out, right, for an evening bag. That's right. Yes, definitely. So one thing about Mykonos is that I love that stitching. It's a very soothing. We don't see this often, so I'm just gonna
I love the palladium hardware with this color.
Yes.
I think it goes so well. Like, it looks beautiful. It's still got a seals on it.
Yeah, it does. The condition for this is just perfect. It's really tip-top, right? So it's Swift leather and it's pre-loved, so do expect like minor like marks, but I don't see anything that is very obvious for me to point out, as you can tell from the reflection, right? So the seals are on. This is as good as it gets. Right.
Do you mind showing the inside? Some people may not be familiar with a Calicut.
Sure.
So a Calicut, you can fit you can fit a long wallet, a phone.
Yes.
You can fit a lot more in one of these than you can in a mini Kelly.
Yes.
So these are a lot more practical, because with a mini Kelly, I have to carry my phone when I'm using mine. Whereas this, you can actually just fit everything in it.
Exactly.
It's actually carries a
lot.
Yeah.
The capacity for a Calicut and a Kelly pochette is actually way bigger than a Kelly 20, because Kelly 20, you do have to take into account, it's always mostly more structured, and then there is a dent right here, so you can actually put in a lot lesser. So this, you can put in like 2 big phones, no problem, with your OKs, mini OKs, etc. So this is a very quite a roomy clutch. Right? And so you can always get a chain to put into you can always get a chain. Usually people will put a chain around this area, right? And right now, actually I do have an example right there, but I'm going to show you. There's always this thing in felt that you can get from Amazon, or I can give you one, right? You can actually put it inside. So this is actually a piece where a felt, let me just get you one for back. So this is something that I have kept for one of our clients. I'm going to show it to you, okay? So with this, right, you can easily use your Calicut or your Kelly pochette or your wallet as a bag. So literally it's a piece of light felt, and you can hook on right here any chain, so that you will not harm your bag, you see. So you can just slot it in here, slot it into the Calicut, like right here, right? And then it fits in nicely, and then you can actually put your chain right here.
What a great idea!
Yeah, so you can put your chains in, and this will actually minimize scratches on this area of your bag. Yeah, so I think that this is one great addition. I can always gift you guys one if you buy any of our clutches, right? So this is the Calicut in that wonderful jewel blue tone right here.
Kristen, do you want to join us?
Hi, Kristen.
This is our Hermes episodes on a Monday, and we're talking Hermes color palettes. If you want to join us, be most welcome to.
Just say hi.
Co-host over in Canada, who is currently in New York at the moment. So if you want to join us, just send an invite, or send what do you call it? Hello, or wait, I don't know how you do it. I'm not very technical with this stuff.
Okay, so she can send a request, or we can, if she wants to join us. If you want to join us, Kristen, send a request, and Trudi will let you in. Let's have some fun together. So this is £7,990, which is in 9 upon 10 condition. So you know that this is not something that comes by often as well. So if you are looking for a Kelly cut and you're looking for this kind of shade, don't miss this one. Or if Kelly pochette is your jam, do you realize that these smaller bags, right? The smaller evening bags come usually in the Swift leather because it's just more luxurious, a little bit more shiny than usual. So they usually come either in Swift or in Epsom. These are the only few leathers that you see in a Kelly cut or a Kelly pochette, right? Simply because of the nature of the bag, right? So the smaller bags, you don't mind it in Swift because there will not be much slouching involved, right? So this is the Kelly pochette.
This is in a pochette. So the pochette is actually bigger than a mini Kelly as well. Yes. Why do you think, because it's only really of recent that the pochette is now become really sought after bag. What's your take on the reason why?
It has always been a very sought after bag because it is the Kelly cut and the Kelly pochette goes under your Kelly quota, right? So no matter what, once you are offered one of these pieces, it immediately goes like it's off your list, it's off your wish list, right? And also out of 10 Kellys, like I say, only one is a Kelly cut or a Kelly pochette. And right now it's just so rare, so hard to come by. In fact, I think, right, there are a lot more crocodile, a lot more exotic Kelly cut and Kelly pochettes nowadays, more than the usual leather ones that we see, right? So the harder it is to come by, the more people want to keep it, which is why you don't see in the resale market. So it's always a cycle like this, right? So not many of these are released, as you know, right? So definitely if you find it in the right color tone, get it.
Beautiful.
Yes. And this is another piece. This Kelly cut in blue, Kelly pochette in blue electric. It's another piece that is so well priced. So I'm just going to work my magic for a while, right? And let you know the price while you talk about.
I can't believe, firstly, to have a Kelly cut and a Kelly pochette in one show, in the same show, which is a specially curated show, you know, because we're talking about Hermes colours today, is incredible to have both. And in the shades that you have, and you've really created your magic for this
yes.
for our episode today. Unbelievable.
And I'm not done yet.
The colour tones. So the colour tones that you'll see, you saw the blue Mykonos with palladium hardware in the Kelly cut. That's what's being pinned at the moment. I'm just about to do the pochette, but how do you even choose firstly what bag and then what colour? I don't know. It's
okay, so I'm going to pin up the price. Again, this is a price that is well, I would say it's pretty average for a Kelly pochette in Swift. So this is £11,900. It's slightly below what the usual resale value will be. £11,900, $15,232 US. Okay, so usually we see it around the 12 to 13,000 pounds kind of range for a Kelly pochette now, because it's just hard to come by, right? So this is, I would say, lower than the usual, slightly lower than the usual at 11,900 pounds. Right, and you are getting it in a color that is one of the hottest blue there is in. When you think of blue in Hermes palette, it's always blue electric first. Do you agree?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I agree.
Always blue electric first.
Yeah.
Then comes like blue Hydra, like Mykonos is super rare. It will not pop up.
That one's rare.
Yes.
But Mykonos, I think I've only seen one other Mykonos. And that in my whole time of Hermes, I've only seen one other. So that's a super super rare one. But the highly sought after blue normally is the blue electric, and on the other spectrum of blues is the blue broom. So you've got your really light, so you've got your more vibrant sort of colours, and then you've got the other spectrum as well. So,
yes. So blue broom.
Blues are highly sought after anyway. I feel like the color, any blue is a highly sought after colour. I think because each colour has the right of their own as far as the perfect shades of their own in their own colours.
Yes.
So,
and the brighter the blue, right, the harder it is to achieve. And you know, with the bright colors, there are a lot of bags, other brands, right? Any other brands. Most of the brighter colors tend to dull after a while, or they become patchy, or they become uneven. But it's amazing that it never does for MS, right? So they are that good with the colors, right? So to achieve these colors, this standard, it takes time, it takes effort, and it's not easily replicated. So there are some colors that you don't see again because it's just so difficult to get, right? So one of the colors I will go through again later, but right now I'm going to wow you with another blue, because since you're talking about blue broom is almost like a pastel blue, like really, really, really light, almost towards the white. If you don't put it against something, it will seem a bit more white, right? I'm going to give you the best of the pastel blues. Are you ready? This is one of my surprises for you.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
That was like blue atoll.
Yes, this is blue atoll. And this is in 25, which is just insane. Right? I told you I'll wow you.
Surprise!
Yes. So we have blue atoll, which is like the sweetest pastel blue you can get, right? And it is with that gold hardware. And this is a Birkin 25, which you guys know that is really hard to come by right now, this kind of sizing. Again, in the resale market, it's what is hot, right? So most people are still hanging on to their Birkin 25s and not letting them go. So that's why there's always a shortage of 25s, which is what drives the resale value up. Right, so right now you have this premium specifications like blue atoll, right, Mimi? Blue atoll with gold hardware and 25, and of course the condition is a great 9 out of 10. Because with the smaller bags, right, you can almost be assured that their structure is always very good. Right, so this piece.
This is in Togo, right?
Yes, this is in Togo leather. So you can see that lovely grainings from the Togo. Right, so for blue atoll, we see it in Epsom as well. Epsom, we see it in Togo. I've never seen atoll in Swift yet. Maybe for other bags. Yeah.
I think I've only seen it in Togo myself.
And Epsom, yes. For me. So the seals are all still on. This comes with everything, including its dust bag, right? I'm just going to show you. Let's look at it close up. We don't get atoll all the time.
A newish blue. Color of that. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
It's interesting that the cameras. I feel like the cameras. When you actually, I mean, they're a wow on the camera, but when you actually see them in real life, they're even more accentuated.
Exactly. So there are some colors like blue atoll, like especially the turquoises, I realize, doesn't show up well on camera, but when you see it in real life, it's just mind-blowing. Right? There is just how did they achieve that color, and how do you describe the colors? It's just amazing, honestly. Right? So blue atoll, like Mykonos, these are just colors of paradise, like holidays.
Yeah.
Right? So
what year stamp is that bag?
Hang on. I think this is, if I'm not wrong, atoll is around the old T stamp. So this is T stamp, which is from the year 2015. So this color, I mean blue atoll, Yeah, 2015, around then. Then I don't think I've seen it again after that.
But, the condition looks like someone's just kept it in their cupboard and not used it by the looks of it.
Yes.
It looks pristine.
Exactly. So this is most likely an investment piece, right? Because you know that these colors are rare, right? And also premium specifics like 25, you don't get it often at all, right? So I'm not surprised that this is an investment for somebody, right? And well, it even has seals on the belt keep right here. It's just insane.
Yeah.
So a 2015.
Oh yeah, well, you don't normally get the seals kept on the
Yes.
belt holder.
Yes.
Like never. Like it's not normally something. But
Exactly.
I think someone's not even used it.
Yeah.
Maybe, possibly. Maybe once. I don't know.
That's right.
Crazy.
Insane piece, right? Now I'm going to just let you know the pricing. I have 3 B25s today, all priced to sell, right? I'm just going to go on. I'm just going to do my price for a while, right? While you go on about your
Yeah. So,
maybe tell us what is your favorite blue. What's your favorite blue?
My favorite blue. I think you've just reintroduced Mykonos to me.
And in Calicut is something way up your alley.
Yeah, so because you know I'm a palladium girl, so having palladium hardware on that Mykonos color, that combination, I think it pops the palladium. I think that the palladium works really lovely with that color blue, and I can just imagine being in Mykonos with that bag because the color, you know, when you think of Mykonos, you think of the beautiful white concrete houses and the blue water, and that's what that bag reminds me of.
Yeah.
So it's just absolutely stunning. So
Yeah.
Is anybody? What's your favorite blue?
For me?
She's concentrating.
Yeah.
Yes. Anybody else? Like share. Guys, share what's your favorite
Yes,
blue?
what is your favorite blue? Mine?
Yeah, what is your favorite blue, guys?
Mine is definitely blue atoll. I like blue atoll. I like blue celeste. Right, I'm not generally a very blue girl, but I do love my pastels. So I'm going to go with the atoll, right? I like broom too, but a little bit on the fence because it's a little bit hard to take care of for me. I feel I'm a very I realize that I don't take care of my bags only when I'm going to sell them. Then I take them out and realize, what have I been doing? I'd never mother my bags. I believe that bags are meant to be used and enjoyed.
Yeah.
So broom,
Yes, exactly right.
yeah. So broom for me is a little bit tough to handle, but again, I would love blue atoll would be a great in between. Not too dark, not too light, easy to take care of, matches everything like your trusty blue jeans, right? Trusty pair of jeans, that kind of color. Priscilla loves blue electric, and then Mimi was saying blue do not. Blue do not is almost blue do not. The best way to describe blue do not is actually between blue jean and blue atoll. So it's that shade.
Yeah. Blue jean. I love blue jean as well. That's a beautiful.
Yes, blue jean is coming back this season. Right, so it has been discontinued for a while, so they are coming back with the blue jean. I'm dying to see a new one because I'm sure that it will be just a shade different, right? It will not always be.
I wonder whether if they'll do the contrast stitching, the blue jean with the white stitching. I wonder if they'll do that.
I'm sure they will. It's like gold with the contrast stitching. They don't change it. Yeah, because it's signature and iconic, right? So you can see the pricing. This is £15,500, $19,840 and this is for a 25 that is in near perfect condition, right? So resale prices for 25s right now, all above that £20,000 mark. 20,000 is too safe. It's usually like 23 to 25,000 pounds resale when you are talking about brand new pieces. So can you imagine spending a whole 10,000 pounds lesser for something like new? It's just,
Yeah.
if you love the color,
right? Absolutely insane.
go for it. Yes. Yeah. So it's the best time to the best catch, right? Is always something that is close to perfection, but yet at so much lesser than what you would usually pay for resale price. Yeah. So there you go. I have the blue atoll for you, and then we're going to go on to another color that is just
and if you wish to shop, you can go to the website.
Yes.
This is our Fireside Monday chat, and it is all about Hermes, and this particular show is all about the Hermes colours, the colour palette, and how beautiful, you know, I mean, I'm a person of colour. I love colour, as you can see, but also, you know, your traditional colours as well. But today, Yan has already shown us 5 bags today, which you can shop on the website if you wish to. And don't forget, next week is our last draw and the last show, I should say, for the series, and we are in the draw for a 1.5 carat tennis bracelet for any of the bags that have been featured on the show and have been purchased. So, all right, which colour tone are we going with next?
I think the people who are on our website can see a hint of the color. Right, so this is another piece that is just so hard to get, right? Because as you guys know, that Rose Tyrian is one of the hottest pinks around. Very, very hard to achieve kind of pink. Now the neon colors, the bright neon colors, are the hardest to get. You can never get, you know, somehow I think MS cannot replicate that color well again, so it was never repeated, right? So Rose Tyrian is one of them. It's touted as the queen of pinks for a reason, right? This is what Barbie is made of. Barbie, like this is the ultimate Barbie pink. So we had a Birkin 30, which has quietly gone. So now we have a 25, even more premium,
right? Even more rare.
Exactly. And if you are like me, Epsom lover, then this is definitely the one for you. It will keep its shape for a long, long time to come. It is signature with that contrast white stitching. So this is the Birkin 25 that we have with palladium hardware. Again, another good 9 out of 10 piece, as close to perfection as you can get, right? With no signs of corner wears, nothing. Again, another collector's
Barbie pink.
Yes.
Barbie pink for me.
Collector's piece. So this is 25. Now, if you are into bigger bags, I do have another Rose Tyrian for you, and this is in the Cellier Kelly 32. This is a Kelly 32. So, where else will you get choices like that? 25?
I was going to say, you've been knocking on people's doors. That's all I'm saying.
For sure. I have been. It's like, please give me your bags. Right, because these are rare. I know. These are rare collectible pieces. These are literally pieces that you have to knock on doors in order to get, right? So there you go. We are bringing the best to you. This is a 25, and we have the Kelly 32, which is a Cellier Kelly, which is also a tough find, because Cellier Kellys, not all craftsmen are actually can actually make Cellier Kelly, so you need to have a more like a skilled craftsman, right? So this is the Birkin 25 palladium hardware, pristine condition.
Yes, Mimi's just saying how yeah, absolutely. I can't believe 2 Rose Tyrian bags in a Kelly and a Birkin. But I have to say that Birkin 25 is probably my pick, because Birkin, to get that colour in a 25, that combination. But then of course I'm torn because I'm like, Cellier, and it's like, oh.
I know, right? But yes, I would go for the Birkin as well. It's so cute, really, literally.
Yeah.
So let me just work on the price while you go on about the color.
So let's just talk about the pink tones for a minute.
Yes.
So whilst Yes. Well, Yanni's multitasking
Yes.
and trying to listen to me as well as pin it on the website. Just as far as the pink tones are concerned, there is a range of pink tones. You'll hear, the likes of Rose Sakura, Bubblegum, Rose Papri, Rose Extreme. There is so many beautiful pinks. And if you look at each individual pink tone, again, they are all perfect with the colour hardware that they choose to put on that particular colour tone of pink. Now, also what I find, and tell me otherwise, Yan, but what I do find is in particular colours of your rose, your tones of colours in pink, again, they will choose specific leathers for those colours as well. You'll find that not every, if you say, for instance, I'll just give you an example. If you were looking for, say, a rose, I'll call it Rose Capri, for instance. Sometimes you'll only find it in particular leathers and not all leathers. And the reason why they use particular leathers for colours is because how the leather absorbs the colour. You'll find that not some leathers will be quite subdued. Some colours will be quite subdued on some leathers than others. You'll find that we were talking about the smaller bags and sometimes they're in much brighter colours, and it's because of the leather. So that, for instance, Swift and Togo, you may not find the same colour tones of or the same colour in both of those leathers because that Swift will take the colour more so than maybe the Togo, for instance. So you do sometimes, if you're looking for like me, for instance, I'll go back to this green again that we were talking about. I love the colour malachite, right? Now, to get the malachite in some of the other leathers that I love is not possible. So sometimes you just have to go for, if you're looking for the colour, go for the colour, ignore the leather. Because they're experts at what they're doing, the colour this malachite may not come out on a particular leather that I might like, for instance.
Yes.
So if you want a particular colour and you see it, grab it. Don't be thinking, oh, but I wanted it in this leather. The reason why, and there's experts at what they do. They're not going to use that colour on maybe the leather that you're looking for that reason.
Yes.
So, okay, I'll stop rambling.
So did you see that price?
Oh my God, it should be around about the 20 mark.
I know.
It's have a 2 in front of it, right?
I know, but again, we aim to please. So if you're looking for an investment piece, go for this one because literally it's not available anymore. Rose Tyrian is not a color that is recent. There are no recent Rose Tyrians. So Rose Tyrian came out like one time and then very shortly another season, and then that's it. We don't see Rose Tyrian anymore. So again, hard to achieve color because of that neon bright pink. This is an insane price for an Epsom leather. Again, close to perfection. The seals are on. There are no corner scuffings whatsoever. This is £14,800 if you would pin it, Trudi. Yes, £14,800, $18,944 US.
It hasn't got a 2 in front of it. I cannot believe that. Can you just bring it up to the screen? So people can see that contrast pitching.
It's way below that 2 mark, right? Way below £20,000 mark. And this is a Q stem bag. So as I was going to say that it only came out like during the OPQ kind of season, right? And during these OP and Q stem, actually at that point of time, Birkin 35s were more popular. The PQR, that stem, this era. the B35s are easier to come by because at that point of time the 35s are hotter, so you get a lot of 35s, maybe the random 30s, but trust me, the 25s, very, very rare during that period of time. So to be able to get certain colors that were hotter in the 35 kind of years is just hard, right? So you'll be able to find this in a Birkin 35 easily, but definitely not in a 25, and definitely not at that price. Anything pink.
Beautiful.
Yes, it
Stunning.
is. It is. So the 25 is a very versatile bag because, you know, it's cute and small enough, right? And you can, usually it's held on the crook of your arms or at your forearms because the handle is a little bit smaller, right? But again, this is close to perfection. No signs of wear or scuffings anywhere on this piece. So this is a Q stamp piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it comes with everything.
Mimi, I would think that a black Kelly 25 is much easier to find than this. Much easier. A black 25 black is much easier to find than this rose Tyrian. I can tell you that for sure.
Yes. So this rose Tyrian is definitely something that is collectible because so far no news or there is no other color that came close to rose Tyrian that is that came out recently. Right, so very hard color to achieve. So if you're looking for a piece to invest in or, you know, to love and carry, I think this is a great one. Which would you recommend, a blue or a pink?
I would go pink. I find that and that's only my opinion, I was going to say this rose Tyrian, this colour, I would definitely go pink.
Yes, so they are both excellent condition, but for me, I would also go for the pink, simply because I love Epsom as a leather, and also because on for rose Tyrian, it's only available in Epsom leather and with the white contrast stitching. Now they came up in chef leather for the small leather goods. So there are only two leathers. There are only two leathers that are in for rose Tyrian. Right, the reason is because in order for the leather to absorb that bright, vibrant color, only certain leathers can do that, which is why it's specially chosen, right? So I think that this is definitely a rare piece to hold.
Yeah, and I love the stitching on that. I mean, I just think this bag, for me, it pops more. To me, this reminds me of my Bamboo 25 because it's the same sort of colour brightness of the bag. So if I didn't have my Bamboo, I would be grabbing this one. That's what I'm talking about as far as brightness, and just the colour for me is amazing.
I know, right? This is so good. Right? So, like I said, always choose a colour that is not easy to come by, something signature and iconic. This is the queen of pinks, right? And I was saying in, I think one other show, I was just telling you guys that this is literally the bag that people use to scam people. It's always in my mind, you know, because in Singapore, trust me, in Singapore, there was a newspaper article because someone was scammed by using this bag, literally this color, because it's so sought after. When everyone sees it in the secondary market, they are clamoring for it, right? So you know, people took deposits and then the bag never came, and then people use this bag, this color, to say, oh, you know, I have this, you know how rare this is, okay, you have to give me a deposit and I can bring it in for you, and then never seen again. And you know, this is literally so sought after, and even until today, it was never repeated again.
And I still can't believe that it's sitting with a 1 in front of it and not a 2 in front of it.
It's not going to be here. It's not going to be here for long, for sure. This literally just came, so you guys are getting the first look, first dibs, literally. So if you want this, don't consider for too long, because this price is just insanity. Right, Priscilla? Priscilla, you know, we have a saying in the resellers market, in the resale market, you are not a true blue reseller if you have not been scammed at least once or twice. Right? I tell you, the stories that I have is just crazy. My best friend, I literally cried at an airport, and I called my husband and said, you know, I just want to come home. Right? Literally, you have definitely. So at Luxury Promise, it is definitely a trusted platform that we make sure you do not need to go through that, right? Let us.
Absolutely. And if there's any doubt in our minds, guys, we just don't show it. Like if there's a 1% doubt, no.
Right, so we go through so many authentication stages of authentication, right, and many different hands to make sure that when it comes to you, it is exactly what it is, right?
And that's actually talking about authentication. That's what we're going to be going into next week's episode is authentication. So you guys can understand what we're looking at and looking for in authentication. So anyway. Oh my gosh, okay, pink.
Right, pink. Pink and blue, literally. This is like the little twin star moment, guys. Look at that.
Both these colour tones are beautiful. I am still going towards the pink because I like the vibrancy of the colour.
Yes, it's so hard to achieve.
You know, not everyone's like me that likes vibrant colours, as you can see.
I'm a little bit more of a neutral tone girl, but then I really love this pink because literally this pink is just so hard to come by in the resale market. Whenever we see this in this kind of like a Birkin 25, I think I've only seen so far, touch and seen, maybe less than 5 in 10 years.
Lisa's on the website just asking what year is the rose, what stamp year is that, and is there any flaws and marks?
So Lisa, this is a Q stamp bag. I didn't notice your question. I'm sorry, it's a Q stamp bag. So I think Q stamp should be 2015 if I'm not wrong, right? No, 2013. Q stamp is 2013, so this is in the year 2013. In fact, Q stamp is towards the tail end of the Rose Tyrian reign, right? So it's already towards the tail end. And this is not a candy version, but this is just the normal Rose Tyrian with the tone-on-tone interior. And Lisa, I would love to show you the flaws, but there is literally none. There is no flaws to this at all. As you can see, the light reflecting off it. There are no scratches, no marks anywhere on the body of the exterior of the bag. Really no corner wears at all. No marks on the handles as well. Okay, Lisa, if you do need a close-up look or you need more pictures, let me know and I will send them to you, right? And we will cover customs and duties. Now, honestly, the only thing that I can note is probably the interior. So the interior, you can see like light press marks. That's about it. Look at that. Perfection. So even with no stuffings at all, you can see how good the structure of the bag is, right? So definitely a very collectible piece at such a great pricing. This is not the usual resale price that we see. Sometimes, you know, it's just.
I feel like it's underpriced, but also the show guide is actually curated especially for these series. So you have an opportunity here to grab it. You can go on the website and shop straight away. And what we do love about Luxury Promise is that we're able to purchase pieces and you split it. So guys that are not familiar with split it, you can purchase these items and pay it over 12 months interest-free, which is incredible to be able to have access to an Hermes or Kelly and paid over 12 months. Unbelievable. Now, Mimi, just with the Birkins don't come with straps. They're more of a top handle. It's only the Kellys that come with straps. And normally you can go onto Amazon and purchase the liners. Because you can actually, normally with the liners, you purchase them to the size of the bag. And also you get colour ranges as well.
Yes. So if you want, we can always provide you with a liner, a bag insert, right? So I think you know, on Amazon and some other websites, you can get something similar to what I've just shown you for a Birkin. So I've seen people with Birkins with a strap, but I won't suggest that because not only does it harm the leather, it actually messes with the style of the Birkin. So the Birkin is meant to be hand carried. So there you go. And this is a super rare size. The pricing is just insane. Now, when Sabrina comes, this will not be here. Okay, so just saying, you guys get first dibs. This is the first time we are showing this on Luxury Promise, right? So if you think that the price is right, condition is definitely fantastic, go for it. Split it.
So let's just talk about the other pinks for a minute. So we've got the rose cherry, and last week we sold the bubblegum Lindy. Now bubblegum is a colour that is a wow colour as well, and fortunately I couldn't believe it, and that's the moment that Sabrina jumped on. She's like, what, you've got a bubble gum and you've got it in a Lindy? Like, how? And of course it didn't last very long. So there's particular colours that are highly sought after that do not last in the market. We come across them, and when we come across them, we go, wow, like, how did we end up with this? And then before we know it, they go. Because they're in the market, they're hard to come by. We know how rare these bags are, especially even the size. The sizes are, the bags themselves are hard. So, the combination of all of those things, bag size, or actually, firstly, I should say Birkin and Kelly, firstly. Colour, the size bag, secondly. Colour, the conditions, and then the crazy price. Like, wow.
Okay, so I do have Kelly. I think Mimi was looking at the Kelly. So we have a Kelly 32, Mimi. If you like, we can, I'm going to pin this up, right? I do have another Kelly. It's a very, very rare one. Now this, literally, I have not put a SKU to it yet. It's that new, right? No SKU yet. But if you're interested in it, that's why I pinned up my WhatsApp. Now this is another pink like we were talking about just now. The Rose Pourpre. So this is in the Kelly 25, which is just super duper rare size. This is the Kelly 25. Okay, and this is in Rose Pourpre. So just a quick look at the color difference. Right, so this has more of a purple.
Shade really touched on my. Oh, a touch, a pink shade of really touch. Oh my gosh, that's going to be a. I think a pink really you could come across, but a pink really touch, that might be somewhat difficult.
Yes, I have to agree. Right, so this is the Rose Tyrian. This is a Rose Pourpre, which is a literally translated is rose purple, so it's purple pink. So this is that with that purple pink kind of shade. So there you go, a very good comparison there. So this is the Rose Tyrian, and this is the Rose Pourpre. I do have this available. Do WhatsApp me if that's what you're looking for, because this is literally just arrived. Right, we are trying to finish processing everything. Yes.
Because I feel like just the tone being more of a purple tone. I mean, I've got my little mini Kelly in this colour, and it's quite interesting that this particular colour I find actually goes with so many things. It's actually it's an amazing colour that you think, oh, am I limited with what I can wear with this colour? But interesting enough, this particular colour looks amazing with denim. Now, I don't know whether it's because it's got the purple tone, but it goes beautifully with blue denim. I'm just saying, I've got this colour, and I just find it actually goes with so many more things than one. Because I think sometimes when you look at coloured bags, you go, oh, how am I going to wear that, or when am I going to wear it with, or how does that going to go with my wardrobe? Well, interesting enough, I find that particular colour goes with so many colours, so many other colours. It's which I never really took notice of until I actually have one of these in the colour. Incredible.
I love this colour. One of my favourite colour is Tosca. So this is as close to Tosca as you can get, right? So Tosca, hang on, I'm pinning up the price for the Kelly, the Rose Tyrian Kelly. So Tosca holds a very special place in my heart because Tosca was one of the first. I was so crazy about Tosca that when I bought my first what do you call that? Suddenly I forgot the name. Airbag, right? I bought my first airbag, my first brush with Hermes, and that was in Tosca as well. I was so crazy about the color. I actually had a Birkin, I had a Kelly, I had Lindy, all in Tosca.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I didn't realize you had so many.
Yes, I love it. No, but because as a reseller, I buy and sell, right? So I use it. So I have used Tosca in all different styles, right? So that's how much I love the Tosca, that color. And this is a close second, right? It's almost that same shade, but Tosca is just slightly darker, right? So Tosca to me, maybe because I'm always on the lookout for Tosca, I find that it's very hard to find it. Yeah, so it's something that was never repeated as well. So I don't know why. Maybe it's the combination of the color. It's almost like they were trying to get to Tosca with this color. Right? So
it's very quiet. I was gonna say I think Tosca's just maybe one shade darker than that one.
Yes, one shade darker.
Yeah.
Love that color. Yeah, so it's that dark purple pink kind of shade. Right. So again.
But even like if you just put it up against you, because you've got denim on now.
Yes.
See what I mean?
Look at this.
The denim blue and that color. How good does that look together? It looks perfect. A perfect
know, right?
combination. Yeah.
So not as difficult to match if you think about it. And this is a 25, which is insane. Like it's so hard to get a 25, a Kelly 25. We see Birkin 25s, but Kelly 25s very, very seldom, right? So if you're interested in this piece, WhatsApp me. All right, I will get it ready for you guys. So for this, there are just light creases on the back, like creasing of the Epsom leather, but that's about it, right? So I'll put this aside. If you are interested, please just WhatsApp me, okay? And well, that's almost what we have, but I do have some small leather goods that I want to share with you, right? Something that is so hard to come by, right? I have
the colors today. Of course, there's a whole range of colours, and if you have any questions, feel free to share on this forum now. It is a fireside chat about Hermes colours, so please ask us. Hopefully, we can answer those questions. Otherwise, if you do have any special requests, please reach out to either one of us, and hopefully, we can source or find that particular colour. Again, it is somewhat hard, but we go knocking on doors looking for you, because from a global perspective, we've got the sources of all of us globally in different parts of the country. And as Yen said earlier, every region, people ask for, they're more inclined to ask for specific colours than other regions. So, of course, reach out. You just never know. If you don't ask, you never know.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Right. So.
All right. What have you got for us?
I have got this, which is a very, very special one. Now let me just get this in for you. Okay, so you ready? This is a compact wallet, an Hermes Kelly wallet. I think you have sold one of these before, but this is in a very classic color. So literally black.
Oh, yes.
Literally black is a color that has got the widest range of leathers available, right? So you have actually seen this in many.
And it's in palladium hardware.
Yes. It is palladium hardware. It's Epsom leather. Well, for me, I think Epsom leather is a good leather for wallets, right? Because you use it so often, you want it to keep its structure, you want it to be sturdy because it's going to be in your bag with rubbing against your keys and things like that. So I think Epsom leather is a very good leather for small leather goods. Epsom and Chef leather, right? So this is black with palladium hardware. I know, right?
That'll go. Actually, that'll go in that first bag
know, right? But that one is in gold hardware, so this might go perfectly with yours. So this is a compact wallet, which is ironically harder to come by than the long Kelly wallet version, right? So this version is actually slightly harder to come by. And well, I actually slotted in this little right? So
what a great idea.
yeah, so you can actually use this as a little crossbody bag, like a small tiny crossbody Kelly, right? So this insert, you can insert right inside, and then you can put your put a chain, like hook your chains right here.
Almost like a Kelly to go then.
Yes.
Like a Kelly to go.
At a fraction of the price, right? And it's a wallet at the same time. So, you know, you can hook on to your hook a chain on any of your favorite chain for the length that you like for the strap, and then you can use this as a little pouch, okay, or well, a small little belt bag, right? So this is a pre-loved piece.
People don't normally give these out. People don't normally give these smaller ones out. The longer ones I've seen more of, but the shorter ones,
yes,
I've seen very little of, because people don't tend to give these out. They're hard. Like even the small leather goods in Kelly, anything with the Kelly is hard to get. So to get a smaller one, and even in black with palladium.
Yeah. So for this, the hardware is not sealed, so you might get hairline scratches. But honestly, the rest of the wallet is just perfect. There are no scuff marks. See how good a condition it is in, right? Very sturdy. Like I said, Epsom is one of the best leathers for small leather goods, right? So what wallet do you use out of curiosity, Trudi?
I use the Dogon, the small Dogon.
Oh, the small Dogon. Anything small. I use a small O case.
Oh yeah, I was thinking the O case as well.
Yes.
But I have, because I have a combination of work cards and so I've got work cards as personal cards. But yeah, this is the one that I use. I actually used to have the longer one, which I absolutely love as well. But because of my bags seem to be getting smaller, not bigger. Maybe because my big bags, I throw so many files in it. I don't know.
Is that blue onk?
Yes, it is.
Nice, beautiful. So you can see blue onk and you can see blue electric.
Yes.
Now this is the difference.
This is more navy.
Yes, a little bit darker, but essentially very similar shades.
Yeah.
So this piece is actually at this comes in box, all right, 2,380 pounds.
I think that's too cheap.
You used the word cheap. Okay, 2,000. It's crazy, right? The price is so good.
Because it's in black.
Yeah.
Palladium. And I was expecting maybe 2,931, something like that, because it's in black.
Yes, right? So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
it's not right.
right, as you guys know, like we were saying, the compact wallet is actually harder to come by, honestly.
Yeah.
Right, and then you get it in black, palladium. You can use it as a smaller pouch. If you are into belt bags, this you can use as well, like a Kelly pocket strap. Right, if you are looking for one, I think this is perfect. And I'll give you the little insert, right? You can always use it as a little pouch. It will be so cute, right? If we have the time, we should try it out. Right, so that's that.
I can't believe that you've just done that.
I know. This is so good. Right, like a little bag. You get a little bag or a little bag for the evening or for the weekend, and you can put everything that you need inside. Your cards, your cash. Well, you can't slot in your phone.
Which is really quite crazy, because remember, anything that is purchased on the show, we are in the draw next week, which we're going to draw for this 1.5 carat tennis bracelet. So, like, if you bought this and
Hang on.
But
You
it's
go
crazy.
on. Let me find a strap.
What? Oh my gosh! Like, no way, guys. I'm telling you that black compact is crazy. Guys, I get surprised because I don't actually see what Yanni's bringing onto the shows until we're on the show. So.
Okay, so Priscilla is asking, how would you use it as a pocket strap? All right, so I know it's unconventional, but you know, you can always try to put a strap. I don't have a strap. I realize that I don't have a strap with me. Oh, I have belts. Hang on. No, let me just use this. So for example, if this is a belt, you can easily slot it in, right? And then I know it might not be the most convenient, but if you like that style, or you know, you're into something special, you can always try this, right? So you can hook onto your strap.
I've even seen like really fine chains that you can use to click onto the bags as well. If you go onto Amazon or you know, where you buy your bag liners, they sometimes have them, and they literally just clip onto the side, like seriously, and they're like fine chains. So
right. So this I can tell you how you can use it. So for example, if you have a chain, you can just hook on to this area. So this is how it works, right? So you actually hook your chain up here.
I've never seen these little inserts that you've.
Yeah, have you seen them? Have you seen them before?
No.
No? Oh.
Yeah.
This is what we usually shop for. Me and Anna. Me and Anna. Every time we're like sending things to each other. Oh, you look at this, look at this. We should get this. Yeah,
you
literally.
You should add me onto your messages. So you should do it in our region WhatsApp.
Yeah. Right, so we have all these options that I can definitely get them for you. But unfortunately, most of these items are available on like the Chinese website. So they are really innovative. So you know, I slotted it in. So imagine this is a chain strap. You can always use it this way.
Oh wow! Look at that.
So if you have a chain, it's like a. If you have a long palladium chain, you can actually use it this way. And the card that is inside, that little contraption that is inside will actually prevent scratches on this area of your bag. So there you go. I actually hooked it in right here. So you can clip it on this way.
Great idea.
Right, and then you just slot it inside one of the slots. And you know, there you go. And use it like a little pouch. Yeah. So
and
that's the Kelly wallet.
I was just going to say Kelly wallet, but even the Kelly to go is just as hard to get. So be able to do this with a wallet and get the same look.
Yeah. Right, at a fraction of the price. Literally fraction of the price. And I'm going to give you another option. Now, if the Kelly is not your jam, then maybe this will be. This is the Constant Slim. This is brand new in box. Constant Slim.
Someone's giving that out, brand new.
Yeah.
In black.
Black.
Oh wow.
And
I can't believe someone's giving that out.
And rose gold hardware. Hold. Sit on your hands, Trudi.
I know.
I can see the glint in your eyes. Like, oh my god. So this is the Kelly. The Constant Slim. So you literally get this. This you can use as a strap, like a pocket strap. Literally, you can put on slide in your belt or your Hermes the strap for your Kelly. You can slide it in and then use it as like another Constance pocket strap. Right? So you have the option here.
I can't believe you got a Constance and a Kelly both in black.
I know, right?
hard to get in store, right? But when you go into store, they're normally in your colours, because normally the like your black and your golds are actually normally given to those that have got their wish list or got a relatively high profile. They will be given those firstly. So they're never normally just sitting in the drawers of the stores. Like, it's not something that is... I have never, ever been offered in black or gold in small leather goods, because normally it goes to people that have got those massive big wish lists first. That is insane that you've got both a Constance and a Kelly in a compact wallet.
So this is literally made, this little insert is literally made for this, right? You can actually slot it right into the back pocket, right? And you can use it as a mini Constance. How cute is this? Right?
So cute.
So I will use it with a normal chain belt or any black belt that you have, right? And you can use it as a smaller Constance pouch. You can use it as a crossbody sling, or you can use it crossbody sling, belt bag, right? Or you can just use it as a shoulder bag like that, right? So of course I'm using a twilly, right? But you can always use it with your favorite strap or your favorite chain. And rose gold is actually an in-between of yellow gold and palladium. So actually most of the hardwares will actually match with the rose gold, right? So literally you slot this in with the strap of your choice, and it comes with this little pouch. So you can use it separately as your coin pouch, or to put your cards in, right, and carry it separately, or if not, it is actually part of the bag.
Wow, guys, wow.
Brand new.
You surprise me every week. You surprise me every week. I tell you what, she is full of surprises. Crazy.
Right, I know. Again, we aim to surprise and please. So I'm going to give you the price for this. Now, this is a small little compact, like a Constance Slim with so many possibilities. So if you're into small bags and you think that this is a good enough bag for you, this is like a Constance, a mini Constance if you might. Again, at a fraction of the price. Okay, I am going to get it ready for you. And definitely really cute.
Has anybody got any questions in relation to any of the any questions around Hermes? Yan is just going about to pin up the prices on the website. Feel free to ask us any questions around Hermes. We'll try and answer them for you. Today was all about the colours, so we did go through the high sorted after, like your black, your gold, and also your blue tones, your green tones, your pink tones. So we were just talking about the way that Hermes choose their colours, on what leathers, all of that sort of. You can rewatch all of these shows. I've got them posted on my stories, but otherwise they are posted on the website. You can go back to all of the series. So this particular series is part of it's series 6. We've got one more next week, at this time next week, and it's about authentication, as well as we will be doing the draw for any of the bags that are being purchased in any of the series. We will be doing a draw for the 1.5 carat tennis bracelet for all those that have purchased any of the bags that have been featured on our series. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask us now. We won't be... Yen has got a massive big lineup with Sabrina in this coming week. So she's got lots of... these shows, there is a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. And not until, I started doing this did I ever realise that there is so much work to be done in preparation.
Yes.
It's crazy, guys.
Yes.
We do make it look easy, but it's been crazy.
Yes, it is, right. So the little compact Constance or the Constance Slim is right there, £3,690 or 4,723 US dollars. Now this, and you can use it as a mini Constant. It's like a small little bag. Now if you own the flip phone like me, that is the bag for you. It's like a Constance, a mini Constance bag for a fraction of what you would pay for any Constance. This you can't get a vintage Constance at. And I would definitely include this where you can just slot it in, use it as a crossbody sling bag, or just love it as a belt bag as well. Remember, this is new in box. It's Epsom leather, black with rose gold. This is just a very, very hard combination to get. This is the trifecta.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So we are going to wrap up soon. So if you've got any questions, guys, please feel free to ask now. And I suppose the one question that we should both answer is, what is your favourite out of all time? I think I know what the answer is, but all-time favourite today of what your favourite colour is. What would that be?
Currently, my latest craze is gold, actually. 10.
Oh, wow!
Yes. I don't know why, it started to grow on me, right? Well, of course, you know, Tosca is the all-time favorite, but then it's so hard to find it now. So now I want to play with gold. So I was going to do a bag, a series on like a short little video on what are my top favorite bags that I always use, and I was thinking about it yesterday, and then I found that my the Constance 24 in gold hardware is one of my top favorites at the current moment, because you see, when even whatever colors you're wearing, right, even with denim, I can carry my a gold Constance or a gold bag, and it fits just perfectly. And right now in the resale market, it's just so hard to find as well. Right? Not impossible, but hard. And for yourself?
Does that mean my little mini Lindian gold is is up there with your selection?
Yes, for sure. I did not keep a Lindy, so I am looking to actually invest in a Lindy. Let's see.
Let's see.
Yes, let's see.
But it's quite interesting because gold is gold, like in Hermes colours. And I don't have a particular favourite. I'm going to say all shades of green, and you know that, I think. So but interesting that you were going to do a video on gold, because I was actually thinking yesterday I should do a video on all my green Hermes bags. I've got so many.
I think, you probably own more green Hermes items than any Hermes store right now. Right?
Yes.
Yes, you have a big collection. It's fantastic.
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought, I should do one because there's so many shades of green. My favourite shade though is probably bamboo. The bamboo, it just has that more sort of vivid green. I'm going to call it that Colombian emerald green.
Yes.
It's like, yeah. So, and Fran as well. Fran, you like green as well. Yeah. I think that all shades of green are perfect in the world of Hermes. So, yeah.
Yes, that's right. So,
all right. Well, if anybody wishes to want to look at the bags that have been specially curated for this show and all the colour tones, you'll find it on the website on luxurypromise.com. If you go into the live shopping, you can drop down and have a look at the recording. You won't see a split screen, you'll just see Yan, but you'll see all those the items have been pinned and further detail. I am just going to pin there we go, Yan's WhatsApp number. Make a note of that. Even if you think you won't need it, I'm telling you, when you look at all those bags, you will need it.
So if you're looking for any bags, just feel free to WhatsApp us. We will hook you up with one.
Yes. As I mentioned, lots of door knocking, right? Looking for those bags. So please feel free to reach out. Now, next week is the last episode I'm sure that there's probably lots of others that've got the same question. So please feel free to reach out and ask those questions.
And we're going to have the draw. And we're going to have the draw as well. Can't wait.
Yes. Wow. I'm going to leave Yen to prepare all of that because the draw, she knows what bags have sold, and I didn't realise till yesterday that, wow, like some pretty amazing pieces that people have picked up along the way on these shows, on this series. So, but yeah, no, it's been a fun series. So we're going to have our final show next week.
Yes.
Wow, it's been amazing. So
yes.
Tell us more about what's happening this week. You've got Sabrina coming in.
I've got Joanna coming too. So I've got Joanna. Yes. We're gonna have so much fun.
Now I feel like I've got FOMO.
Yes, FOMO.
I've got FOMO this week.
Hashtag FOMO. Come. Just drop by, like you know, like a stopover, a transit.
Yeah, right. So Yen will tell you a little bit more about this, and just quickly before she does, this week for me, and hence the reason why I couldn't come over, is that it's Saturday and Sunday for me and you, but it's Friday for the US and the UK, is my last jewellery shows before I get to London. So there will be no jewellery shows from me for 7 weeks after this coming weekend. Yes, I know, right?
Are you going to travel around Europe?
Yes.
That's nice.
So of course I can't bring the jewellery. I've got one-on-one appointments for 3 days for people to do their selection on the Everyday Diamond Collection. I will have the samples with me. They're being shipped to the UK, so you can actually see all the diamonds that I'm talking about. They're very high-spec diamonds, and of course the security around that is because of the security around the diamonds I'm showing, it'll be only one-to-one appointments during that time. But I am doing a triangle, my beautiful triangle scarf. I'll be doing one live show whilst I'm over there. But otherwise, this weekend will be the last 2 shows for jewellery. I cannot believe I'm letting this go for 7 weeks. Wow.
Enjoy yourself.
I will. So, but tell us a little bit more about the coming week for you, Yen, with Sabrina and Joanna. I've really got so much. Really.
So we are going to have, we're going to kick off with something with simple items like jewelry. Like you have your Cartier, you have your unsigned jewelry. Tomorrow, right? So tomorrow will be like a jewelry galore. So if you're looking for rings, Cartier rings, different sizes, don't forget to join us tomorrow, right? It's going to be 8 p.m. Singapore time, which means around 1 p.m. BST, UK, and really early in the morning for USA. But do come join us. Not early in the morning. Yeah, it's early in the morning. I'm sorry. Yeah, so it's early in the morning for USA. So come join us. That will be jewelry, and then we'll go on to investment pieces. We have a lot of bags on its way to us right now, so I'm a little bit scared. You know the space that I have, Trudi. So I'm like, where am I going to put this bag?
I heard. I'm like, the corridors are going to be full of bags. Like, where are you going to put those bags?
Rent a space.
Wow.
Yes.
It's
So
amazing.
yeah, we're going to have a lot of wonderful pieces, mostly investment worthy pieces, because we get so many well priced and really good condition pieces here in Asia. So we can't wait to share with you guys.
Amazing.
Yes.
Wow. Thanks guys for joining us.
Yes.
And we'll see you this time next week for our last Hermes Talk episode of a 7-part series. You can go into live shopping on the website and see all the pieces that were especially curated for these shows. And if there's any purchases on these bags, you'll be part of the draw. And next week is about authentication. So, and the draw.
Yes, and the draw.
Yen, thank you, and I will see you during the week on the shows. Of course, I'm not going to miss out. I will be all hours this week. I'll be up. watching.
Great. Thank you, Trudy.
Bye.
Thanks for
Thank
taking
you.
your time to talk to me. So see you.